this is Troy Dreier of OnlineVideo.net, coming to you from C-Space at CES 2017. We're partnering with VideoAmp to talk to thought leaders about the future of programmatic video advertising.
I've been in marketing for a very, very long time, so being able to target customers, even down to very granular levels, is highly exciting for me.
If you think about programmatic, it's less of a hype machine and more of just a workflow solution, of a way to transact. So if you think about it as just the automation of things that are currently kind of done in a old-fashioned paperwork type of way, it lives up to the hype in that the pipes are there, all of the groundwork is laid.
A lot of it is knowledge, right? What is the information that you're dealing with? And in a lot of cases, programmatic advertising is shadowing decisions or things that were already happening in that person's lives. If you could actually sit and take advantage of the fact that someone's already watching a piece of content for a specific reason, and you can start to combine some of the knowledge that you have about that person, then you could potentially be serving them a more intuitive ad. If you look at younger demographics, younger generations, they're not really interested in watching advertising at all, right? And so the real question is, how do you create more discoverability? How do you create more possibilities within the programming or around the programming that let them monetize on their own accord without telling them or programming them as to what they should think they want to watch or do?
I think it's really more of a challenge for the publishers. I think the clients and the agencies are very keen on leveraging programmatic because of its efficiency, but for the publishers and the content creators, it's more about keeping the value of their content high and not allowing it to get commoditized.
I think it's difficult for advertisers to get their head around the fact that they can actually change a campaign midstream. Getting in the data and analytics and finding out what audiences are responding to and what's effective, you can be much more agile now and adapt your campaign to get an even better response and a better return on that investment.
You've got a variety of means now to affect programmatic as being every bit as premium as a direct sold. In fact, programmatic can be direct sold through things like automated guaranteed and programmatic premium, programmatic guaranteed. So once advertisers and publishers really continue to coalesce around programmatic not necessarily meaning low quality, I think you're going to see more adoption by publishers, you're going to see more programmatizing of their inventory avails, and you're going to see more execution via programmatic pipes by the demand side.
Video players need to talk to each other across screens. We need better standards for cross-platform video rendering and interactivity. You know, most video is just straight 15, 30-second video. Very little of it is interactive or has interesting formats. Most of that is mainly, app-based or SDK-based inventory. To make it more interesting for the user and more engaging so that the brands get better results, we need to figure out how do we scale interactive video across all screens.
People have been following a program slate for 60 years, and the youth and the next wave of viewers don't think that way, right? It's not like they go up to the internet and say, hey internet, entertain me, do something for me, right? They go and ask for information. They go and discover things about the content.
You've got to work with agencies to do better storytelling across the data so that you are prepared to serve up the right story at the right time. Content management and distribution will have to be part of that.
I think on the creative side, the industry moved a lot toward disruptive advertising, taking over the page, interrupting the consumer experience. And I think the move as of late towards native advertising is really, it's a better consumer experience. It's better for the publishers. The ads are really more part of the content experience and more relevant for the user. Native is very new and it's very early days, but I think you're going to see a rapid transition to native type formats.
One of the things I'm most excited about in 2017 in terms of cross-channel programmatic opportunities are new ad formats. I think we're seeing more and more companies bring interesting formats into the marketplace that are not just replicating the 15s and the 30s that you're seeing on television and we've seen for so long, and really thinking about how a consumer is on a specific device, using that device in a different way and creating formats that are native and that are very contextual based on what the consumer's doing at the time. So things like large canvas mobile ads I think are going to be extremely interesting, let alone things like AR, VR, and artificial intelligence, which I think are going to be really interesting but nascent in 2017.
I think we're finally going to see adoption of over-the-top television really get folded into programmatic.
Omni-screen, which is not essentially to mean multi-screen. It's not the same thing on any screen. It's actually taking advantage of the fact that you have related screens, on average 7 screens going on in the Nielsen household. And so how many different related opportunities and personalized experiences could you allow for those screens to take advantage by pivoting off of each other?
Programmatic in OTT environments, as well as on desktop and mobile. As more and more eyeballs go to OTT environments, I suspect programmatic to follow those eyeballs. And so you should be able to see a lot of really cross-targeting or cross-platform targeting.
It's impossible to overstate how big AI is going to be in the future.
We see AI as an important function in determining which ad gets seen by whom and when and on which device. So if you've got an advertiser that is looking to target a specific number of conversions or a specific amount of time spent viewing or a specific type of user, any measure apart from a standard impression-based delivery, computer learning and artificial intelligence helps predict what is the right ad to serve to the right user at the right time on the right device.